From the floor of the CME Group, this is Danny Riley with today's mid-morning update. I told you I'd be doing this, and this is exactly what I'm doing. The name of this video is really, well, we'll call it, it is the name of this video. It's called The Psychology of the S&P Futures and Today's Sharply Lower Open. And I'm going to explain this, okay? The high of the day in the S&P just came in at 1958.30 just now. The low came in at 1945.80 after the open, and last, we're 1956 quarter, we're down 11 handles. Total volume is size. We had 400,000 minis traded in Globex. We have a total of 1.2 million minis traded. That's big volume for this time of the day. That equals a total of 800,000 minis in the day session. Now, I want to talk to you guys a little bit, and I want you to respond, please. This is so important, because if you don't, I don't know that anybody is grasping this. I think you guys are. I think you follow me because you believe in me. Now, did you think that the S&P was going to crash this morning after the open? Did you? Well, here's the thing. A lot of people did. And when that happens, there's a simple rule that applies to this. Now, it goes like this. The news comes out at 3 o'clock in the morning. The S&P starts to slide. You get all this selling in Europe. You get all this selling coming out of Asia. You get all this selling pre-open before the S&P's open at 8:30, because that's when they open, everybody. It doesn't matter what happens overnight. It doesn't matter. The open is at 8:30. So what happens here is everybody sells. And then the S&P opens up, but there's no selling left because everybody sold pre-open. And what do those sellers do? Those sellers put in buy stops. Now, you already know that the S&P was down 21 handles, so you already know that they already ran a lot of sell stops. So once those sellers sell at bad or low prices, they put in their buy stops, they layer their buy stops in, the futures open up down sharply, the algos the premium levels start to widen out a little bit. In comes a buy program, and then the algorithms start chasing those higher buy stops. Now, the other part about this is, guys, look, I understand that rates are going to go higher at some point, but they're not going higher today. They're not going higher tomorrow. They're not going higher in a month, 2 months, 6 months. It's not going to happen. And you know what? What we saw today, and I was talking to the pit bull, we think the PPT came charging in. And I don't doubt that they did, because at the end of the day, it's called zero rates, okay? That's really what it's about. Now, I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to finalize it by saying two things. One, MrTopSteps trading rules 101. No stops go untouched in the S&P 500. You get that? And then the other thing is quite simply what we've been trying to teach you guys for many, many years now, the pit bull's Thursday, Friday low before the July expiration. I'm going to leave it like that. I'll see you on the cash close, and please respond.